Hey guys, Merry Christmas Eves. Today's video is going to be a game review actually from Sean Milady of Game Gear Heads. Make sure you check out his channel. The link is going to be in the description below. This one's a really fun one, guys, so I hope you enjoy the review and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
It's a f***ing whale! Picture this. You and your 4 friends want to play a game together, and one of them gets an idea. Let's violate traffic laws. Yeah! Alright! I hate the law! Mario Kart, one of the most successful franchises of all time, which is a spin-off of one of the most successful series of all time, which comes from one of the most successful companies of all time. The inheritance must have been impressive. I mean, when you take a character as well established and loved as Mario and put him in a multiplayer party game, I mean, yeah, people were gonna buy it. It's fascinating seeing how popular this series had gotten from its inception back in 1992. Mario Kart was more popular than the birth of Jesus. The series, of course, continues to live a very successful career, each entry defining the console that it's on as the Mario Kart game to play. Now, with that in mind, and considering how much the series attracted kids, it would only make sense that I would have been part of that bandwagon too. Nope! Now, that's not to say I didn't love Mario Kart. I would always join in whenever I was at a friend's house, but it wouldn't be until Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U before I ever bought my first Mario Kart game. And after playing that, I was intrigued by previous games in the series. I got 64 and Double Dash from my cousins, I bought the original, Super Circuit, and 7 used, and I often played Mario Kart DS with friends through download and play. Don't worry, I'll do it for you. But the one game in the series that I had surprisingly very little interest in playing for years was Mario Kart Wii. That's surprising because this is easily the most successful game in the series, selling over 37 million copies, and was often people's first introduction to Mario Kart. I think by the time I got around to playing it, the hype had severely died down, and honestly, other games in the series I found more interesting. Wii was in that transition point where the series had finally settled on a style that worked best, but the games that followed it had refined the formula so much that I honestly saw no reason to go back to it. Now, years later, and after owning it for some time, I've come to expect a few things from the series. Fair challenge, chaos, and babies. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Is it bad that my biggest concern is that they're driving invisible carts that cast a shadow? Going into the game, we actually have a few different save files for you to choose from. I'm not sure why you would pick any of the empty files instead of the one that has some of the characters in it. I feel like going barren on this one. Moving into the character selection, well, looks like we have some fun party people here like Mario, Green Mario, a Turtle, a Goddess, Royalty, Fat Mario, Fungus, Yoshi, the gang's all here. Now going into the actual race. Yep, it's on the Wii all right. The game's graphics just don't cut it for me personally. Everything looks super blocky and the colors have this really weird hazy glow that kind of desaturates the whole image. I mean, for the Wii, this is totally serviceable. It runs well at a rock solid 60 frames a second. Nothing about this looks objectively bad, but it feels like a lot of corners were cut here. Look at the characters, look at how blocky everyone is. Look at Yoshi's tongue, it could poke an eye out. I know the Wii wasn't powerful by any means, but you could still get some great looking games out of it. It just baffles me that Mario Kart Wii doesn't look that much better than its predecessors, and honestly, I'd argue that Double Dash actually looks a little better than this one, since the colors pop way better and everything just looks smoother. As far as how the game plays, I mean, it's Mario driving. Anyone who's anyone knows what that's about. You pick your character in kart and race against 11 other racers in a couple of 4 tracks, trying to come in first place. Easy as that. Mario Kart at its core isn't a very deep game. Anyone can pick up and play it and eventually get good with some practice, but what you see is kind of what you get. It doesn't really get that much more complicated than that. Now to some that does sound kind of lame, as if to say nothing happens except for driving. Gotcha. You get a choice between a selection of different karts and bikes that each have their own stats. Bikes are actually something new added to this game as a way to shake up the races, and they sure do because they break this game. If you shake the Wii remote or hold up on the D-pad, you do a wheelie which gives you a burst of speed. Picking bikes in this game is almost always a guaranteed win in this game and often gives you the stink eye at parties. Oh, come on, man! What the f***? You can also pick up items to help you get a leg up on other racers, like banana peels that help spin people out, shells that can be used to hit other racers ahead of you, to a giant bullet that speeds forward in the ranks with the push of a button. It's the end of days. Now, the game does give you certain items depending on what place you're in. So if you're in the lead, you might get a fake item box, and if you're in last place, you might get something like a lightning to slow everyone down in front of you, to the blue shell. Targets only one racer. First place. This thing may as well be death in shell form. If you see this icon pop up, fucking panic. And that leads into sort of a problem with Mario Kart Wii. The items are so unbalanced in this game. You could be having the best race ever and then suddenly reality sets in. When playing this game in single player and trying to get all the gold trophies and unlock all the characters, it is beyond infuriating when your run is ruined by something that's kind of out of your control. And even if you need something to get you back up to the lead, you might get something like a blooper which blinds other players. Blinds other players? They're computers! They don't need their eyes to see! However, in multiplayer, oh my god, this is actually kind of amazing. Sharing the same amount of bullshit the game throws at you with another player makes the item imbalance really fun. It no longer becomes a matter of winning the race, but seeing just how much you can mess with your opponent. So single player isn't really that fun, but multiplayer shines so much in this game, and a lot of that has to do with the tracks. There are 8 cups in the game, each hosting 4 tracks. Personal favorites from each include Mushroom Gorge because I love how bouncy it is, Coconut Mall because I love the idea of a real-world setting as a racetrack, and it encourages capitalism. What? Koopa Cape is awesome. You go so fast, and the underwater sections are really cool and honestly some of the best looking areas of the game. And Bowser's Castle in the Special Cup feels like an epic journey with this sick-ass half-pipe. I love it. There are also 4 more cups that house tracks from previous Mario Kart games, which is pretty cool being able to play it with the new controls, but I really wish they still didn't look like the consoles they were on. I mean, look at how flat the Super Nintendo tracks look. Look at how blocky the 64 tracks look. Look at Hedge Mario's nose that could poke a damn eye out. But overall, I think the track selection in this game is pretty solid. There are some stinkers, of course, but the highs are really fucking fun in this game. So that was Mario Kart Wii. It hates the individual, but damn is it great in crowds. That's honestly my biggest gripe with this game. Playing in single player is not a very fun experience due to just how unfair the items of other racers can be. But with friends, this is still one of the most fun and chaotic games in the series. Don't let the solo adventure define this game. If you and a group of friends or lookalikes want to play a multiplayer game, this is still a blast to pull out and play. Unfortunately, this game hasn't really seen any re-releases, so you'd still have to dig out your Wii or Wii U to play it. But if one is available and you don't have Mario Kart 8, I'd say give it a go. You and your friends might just find a new appreciation for it. While I prefer other games in this series, Mario Kart Wii does elicit a certain amount of unique respect out of me, and for that, I commend it. Also, I'm really happy I played this on the Wii U instead of the Wii. Have you seen the corners on this thing? It can poke an eye out!